Here's a 6.6 Duramax turbo that I did an upgrade for. We use the PowerMax compressor wheel, which is 63.5 by 88, which is the same as a GT4088R compressor wheel. This compressor wheel was nearly a direct fit, but not quite, so we did have to machine the compressor housing just a little bit. This turbo is originally an LLY turbo, which was introduced in the middle of 2004 and then ran up to 2005. From 2006 to 2007, Chevy introduced the LBZ engine, which had a VIN number, first VIN was 2 and second VIN number was D. The LLY was still used in some trucks all the way up to 2007, but some of the models were LBZs, so keep that in mind. I'm not sure which turbo the LBZ had, so the LLY, we've learned that it can be an upgrade for the 2008 to 2010 to replace the LLM. The LLM turbo looks nearly identical, except it has a boreless compressor wheel, which uses a completely different shaft, completely different compressor plate, and a completely different compressor wheel. So none of those parts are compatible for doing an upgrade, and the bearing housing is also a little bit different. However, you could probably make it work to convert it over to the LLY turbo, but you would need to replace the compressor housing, compressor plate, the turbine wheel, and do some machining on the back of the bearing housing to possibly make that work. The LLY turbo uses a 13 blade turbine wheel originally, so we went with the 66.6 by 72 millimeter 2003 Power Stroke turbine, which was actually a direct fit for this turbine housing, so we didn't have to do any machining. The LLY turbo also uses the same rebuild kit as the PowerStroke 6.0 turbo, so I'll go ahead and link to all the parts that I used in this build. Keep in mind, if you do want to use the same compressor wheel that we used in this build, machining is required for the compressor housing, which we can do that for a service if you need us to. Soon we will have GT40 compressor housing, plate, and wheel options to swap directly onto the turbo, which would also work for the PowerStroke. So when that becomes available, I'll also leave links to that in this video description.